What if I told you that your social security check is about to change in a big way? In fact, there are 8 major changes that are going to happen in 2026 that is going to affect your monthly benefit. And you may be surprised by some of these changes that are happening. For example, there is a COLA increase that is causing a lot of people to talk about where that is heading. And the maximum social security benefit is about to increase to about 5,300. So in the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through what these changes mean for you and how you can maximize your benefit. And you don't want to miss change number 5, which relates to Medicare. Because if you're currently on Medicare or you're about to sign up for Medicare, this is going to impact you and you need to know what to prepare for. So, my name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefit they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance issues that affect seniors both in and out of Congress. If you're new here, thank you for joining. I really appreciate you. Do me a favor, go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, welcome back. I am glad you're here. Let's dive into this breaking news. So I'm going to share my screen and then walk you through what this means for you. And then I'm going to explain each of them and how you can maximize your benefit as a result. So let's dive in. So there are bonus changes that I'm going to add. So I'm going to actually cover 10 different changes that are coming. But I'm going to start with the first 8 from this article from the Motley Fool that caught my attention. So the first thing we need to talk about is the Social Security cost of living adjustment. You may have heard that COLA estimate for 2026 is already out. And here is what you need to know. Based on the government's own data, they are estimating that cost of living adjustment is going to be 2.7% in 2026. How does that break down for you? Well, if you want to think about it this way, it's going to be about a $50 increase for the average retiree. Now, the feedback I have received, overwhelming feedback that I've received from seniors is that this is too low. I did a poll recently, and a lot of seniors said the minimum COLA they are expecting is about 4 to 5%. So a 2.7%, while a little bit higher than 2025's increase, which was 2.5%, because of the inflation environment that we have in this country, a lot of seniors are asking for more. And here's the thing: July inflation came up higher than expected. Economists are estimating that August inflation is even going to be higher. And so, if that trend continues, here's what you need to remember. The government looks at inflation trend from July, August, and September in order to adjust your Social Security cost of living adjustment. So, based on that alone, if July is high and August and September come in higher, then when they announce the official COLA in October, we should expect something close to 3%. That's just the way I am looking at the data and what it's telling me. But this Motley Fool article gives some specifics. So let me read it to you. It says, following June's inflation report, the nonpartisan senior citizen advocacy group, the Senior Citizens League, is forecasting a 2.6% COLA. And then recently they've updated that to 2.7%. And that's going to be about a $52 extra in 2026. And it says, just keep in mind that inflation index used to calculate the COLA is not necessarily what we expect. It's actually a flawed inflation index that has kept seniors behind on inflation for the past 15 years. So recently there was a report that came out from the same Senior Citizens League that estimated that because the inflation calculation has not always tracked the true inflation that seniors are feeling, that seniors are owed $370 since 2010 because the government has not rewarded or compensated seniors for the actual inflation that they've experienced in price increases based on Social Security adjustments alone. So let me know your comments. Do you think the 2.7% increase that is being projected is going to be enough for you to be able to keep up with price increases that you have experienced due to the still high inflation environment that we live in. Now, when I mean high inflation, I mean that prices have gone up and stayed up. So they never came down. So maybe the government will say that the rate of inflation is not increasing as dramatically, but at the same time, the prices that went up, they never came back down. And so that's why seniors are struggling, because their social security benefit never went up dramatically to catch up to those price increases that they've experienced. So that's change number one. Let's talk about change number two quickly. High income earners are going to be paying more in social security taxes. That is good news. Why is that? Because social security is funded through payroll taxes. And so the 12.4% total payroll tax now is going to be higher in terms of what income is eligible. So this year it was 176,000 and lower that is subject to social security taxes. Next year it is estimated that is going to go to $183,000 that will be subject to social security taxes. So that's good news. That is going to put more money in the social security system and help seniors secure their retirement. The third change, which is very important, and I want to highlight that, is that the maximum Social Security payout at full retirement age is going to go up. So if you are retiring in 2026 and you've paid the maximum into Social Security and you are retiring at your full retirement age, you are going to get a whopping $4,000 in Social Security benefit. And specifically, how much are you going to get? $4,018. That is up by $196 from 2025. So if you're getting the maximum benefit and you're retiring at your full retirement age in 2026, this is good news for you because you put more money in your pocket. And let's talk about change number 4. President Trump made a lot of changes this year to Social Security. So let's talk about that. And the first one I want to talk about is the big, beautiful bill. If you are a senior citizen and you have taxable income, you have a lot to be excited about. Let me walk you through that very quickly so that you can understand how President Trump's changes to Social Security, the 6,000 tax deduction, is going to benefit you. And I have a little chart that I want to share with you that walks you through how much money you are going to be able to deduct from your taxes because of the one big, beautiful bill. So here we go. Let me share my screen again. So if you look at this chart that I am about to share, it shows you that if you are a senior citizen and you are age 65, and you have taxable income, it means that you make more money that allows you to be able to take tax deductions, then you need to pay attention to this. If you're single, you have up to $23,750 to deduct. What does that mean? It means that if your Social Security and other income is more than $23,750, you can take advantage of President Trump's $6,000 tax deduction on top of other deductions that are available. But one, you have to have taxable income. Number two, you have to make more than $23,750 if you're filing as a single person. If you are filing as a couple, but only one of you is over age 65, then you can take advantage of about $39,100 in deductions. Because one of you is less than 65, you miss out on a few deductions, but you still get 39,100 in deductions. So if you make more than that, then you're eligible to be able to put more money back in your pocket. And then if you are both age 65 and finally jointly and make more than 46,700, you get the maximum deduction because you get a standard deduction of 31,500, the additional bonus deduction of 3,200, and the big beautiful bill deduction of 12,000, which is $6,000 each as a couple. So that is the fourth change. The fifth change, unfortunately, is not good news, and it has to do with Medicare. And talking about Medicare, this particular video is sponsored by our Medicare partner, Chapter Medicare, and I'm going to talk about Chapter very soon. But let's talk about the change that is coming that you may not like that has to do with Medicare. So it turns out that the same government that is giving you a 2.7% cost of living adjustment for 2026 is now telling you that you have to pay 11.6% increase in Medicare Part B premium. This is an article coming from Kiplinger that says brace for higher healthcare costs in 2026. A look at projected Medicare premiums. And in there, I am highlighting the most important part, which is this: Medicare Part B pays for doctors, outpatient care, and home health. When enrolled, you pay both a deductible and a monthly premium. For 2026, the premium is currently projected to rise to 11.6% to $206. That is a big increase. And the Medicare Part B deductible is projected to be $288 in 2026. So you are going to see an 11.6% increase in Medicare Part B premium. So that $50 you're getting from your Social Security increase you may even lose half of it just to Medicare Part B premium. And that is why a lot of seniors are not happy about what's happening with Medicare and Social Security cost of living adjustment. But here's the thing: you can save money with Medicare with our partner, Chapter Medicare. So let me talk about that. Give me 90 seconds and I'll tell you how you can save $1,100 on Medicare bills. Chapter is our Medicare partner. And why do we work with them? Because they have been able to help over 2,000 of our viewers save money on Medicare. You could be next. So call the number on the screen, 539-205-2147. And when you call them, you're going to be speaking to these licensed agents that are not trying to push anything on you. They are not trying to sell you anything. Their main job is to find the best Medicare plan for you. But remember, Medicare, some of them is local based. Some of these plans, especially Advantage plans, are local based. And there are 24,000 Medicare plans out there, and seniors get confused or they just choose the easiest one because their friend is on it. Well, that is how you miss out on benefits that you've earned, that you deserve. And so call Chapter today. They will look at your Medicare plan and then they will see if you're in the best plan. If you are, they will tell you. If you're not, they will work with you to get in the best plan. As I said, 2,000 of our viewers have already called them and gotten help. You could be next and you could save $1,100 a year. I just talked to you about Medicare increase in cost. This is how you save money and put yourself back on track financially. So you can also fill out a form. They have a quick form that you can fill out in our comment section. I'm going to pin it in the description and in the comments to this video. You fill out the form, they'll reach out to you. Or if you rather talk on the phone, give them a call at the number you see on your screen. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And since 2,000 of you have already called them, they have sent us a ton of reviews, 5-star reviews about your experiences, the positive experiences that you've had with them. So if you are not sure you are in the right plan, or if you are interested in finding out if you could save money on your monthly premium, call Chapter today. So let's jump into more of the changes that are coming in 2026. I am going to go back to that Kiplinger, actually the Motley Fool article, and then share some more details about that. So change number 6 that is coming, let's talk about it. So basically, if you are working and on Social Security, you know that there's an earnings test. The earnings test means that if you make more money and you are not paying attention, your benefit could be reduced. So in 2025, it was 23,400. It means that if you make more than 23,400, you are working and on Social Security, and you're under full retirement age, you are going to lose $1 for every $2 you go over the limit. that limit is going to increase in 2026. And the estimate that is going to go to about $25,000. So I will have the exact number for you in a few weeks when the Social Security Administration give us the official number for the earnings test. So that's change number 6. Change number 7 is about disability benefits. If you're on disability benefits and you don't want to lose your benefits, pay attention to this. There is something called the substantial gainful activity limit. And a lot of disability beneficiaries who are working and on disability do not know about this. They go over the limit and then they get the letter telling them that the government does not think you are no longer disabled, and so they are taking away your disability benefits. So make sure that in 2026 you are paying attention to the substantial gainful activity. It is estimated to be about 1,620 for non-blind and $2,700 for the blind. It means that if you go over that number, you are risking your disability benefits. Change number 8. Here it says 7, but it's number 8. Is that it's going to be increasingly tougher to qualify for Social Security benefit. While because the monthly or quarterly numbers that you need to qualify for Social Security is going to go up. In 2025, you need to make $1,810 a quarter to earn 1 credit of Social Security. That is going to go up again next year. So if you are trying to qualify for benefits, you will need to work a little more in order to get the 1 credit you need per quarter to be able to qualify. Because remember, you need 40 credits over 10 years minimum to qualify for Social Security. And an exciting change that's coming is that West Virginia is going to no longer tax Social Security benefits at the state level. That is happening in 2026. And they are not phasing it out completely. They are just using adjusted gross income to calculate it. So if you are below $50,000 in Social Security benefit, which is a lot of seniors, and $100,000 if you're a couple, your adjusted gross income, they are going to exempt you from Social Security taxes. Now, there are 2 changes I want to talk to you about quickly in 2026 that you need to be aware of. Number 1 is that President Trump has made changes to the Social Security Administration, where now a lot of the things that you had to call, you can just call and get done over the phone. Now you have to visit a Social Security office in person. And you can't just visit and walk in, you have to make an appointment. That is an important change. The second one, starting September the 30th, is that you can no longer get paper checks. So if you are getting Social Security in paper by the mail, your check is coming by the mail, that is no longer going to be possible after September 30th, 2025. And the third change is overpayment. If you are in a Social Security overpayment situation where you owe Social Security money, they are going to take 50% of your check and use that to pay it back until it's paid off. So what can you do? Well, the moment you get a letter that you owe overpayment, do not ignore the letter. Act on it. Call the Social Security Administration, file for a waiver, or file for an appeal, but do not ignore it. Because if you ignore it, after 30 days, they will start cutting 50% of your check and use it to pay back the money that you owe. So you don't want to do that. And then finally, I want to share with you news that I've been sharing for the last week and a half about the amazing new community that we created for seniors that can help you get more for your benefits. So we've created a community online. Why? Because you guys asked for it. Some of you asked that you wanted a place for us to engage more with you, for you to engage with each other, to be part of a community of like-minded seniors that are trying to maximize their benefits, get every dollar discount and every benefit you deserve. And so we created such community, and already we have about close to 120 people that have joined and growing. And these are some of the topics we've been covering: how to find part-time jobs that are suitable for seniors, how to protect against scams, how to find caregivers, health and wellness and aging resources, retirement living, money saving ideas, the best and most up to date senior discounts, and more. And so, if you would like to be part of this community and get access to all our guides, every guide that we have in our YouTube store, it's now going to be free to this community. And there's a ton of them. The guides alone, if you sign up today, you are going to get over $350 in value in these guides alone. So the money you'll be paying will pay for itself a ton of times over, and you're going to get the best tools that we've ever built that are for sale that now becomes available to you for free. And the goal is to help you to stop missing out on your retirement benefits and unlock every dollar, discount, and an advantage you deserve. So here's the deal. If you join today, the payment, the monthly payment you are going to get is going to stay with you for life. It's never going to go up because we're about to increase it again in a few weeks. So go to school.com/benefits insider. I'm going to put the link in the description to this video and in the bottom comments. I'll pin it to the comments. Check it out. It may not be for you, but I think a lot of you are going to like this community. It's already happening where I am just excited by the level of energy and interaction that people are having with each other, that I think you're going to enjoy being part of this group. And it takes us beyond YouTube and allows us to offer you even go deeper on topics that you care about, and we can keep you updated on the things that are important to you. So join our school community today. And if you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you're new here, thank you for joining me. I hope that you found value in my content and that you stick around some more. So thank you for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow.